Next is Martin Hyde.
Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Martin Hyde. Interesting that the board chair mysteriously not here after I advertised that I'd be coming. Go figure. The statements made by the chair last week about public comments were disturbing. The assertions made by Mrs. Goodwin are in direct contradiction of both federal and state laws. Her pronouncement also refutes the words of James Madison, who famously said that censorial power is in the people and not in the government over the people. The attempt by Mrs. Goodwin to impose a local version of the Sedition Act of 1798 was, to my mind, egregious towards all citizens and worthy of a public response. That it was stated as policy is certainly true, as it's become her clear policy in recent times, and others within this institution, to goose-step over anyone who dares to push back against decrees from our school Politburo. This was clearly evidenced by the school police being sent to the home of Drew Peters a few months ago, who dared to comment in a manner that the superintendent didn't like. Mr. Bowden's urgent actions and attention to detail on that matter make somewhat laughable his assertion that he didn't know the details or extent of the allegations against his trusty lieutenant, Mr. Maltsby, when his contract was renewed. But I digress. When a parent of a disabled and wheelchair-bound student wants to speak to concerns of safety for their child, one might assume you'd be all ears. But the chair not only considered his comments defamatory, but literally misheard them, as proven by the tape. Auditory disturbances of this nature would frankly be worrying to most, except I don't think it was physiological so much as psychological, as I believe she heard what she expected to hear versus what was actually said. The school board attorney has rightly pointed out that the bar is much higher for public officials in terms of defamation than for private citizens. He clarified that commentators would not only need to be speaking untruthfully, but know that they were too. By definition, truth is an absolute defense to any claim of defamation, slander, or libel. The First Amendment is the first because it's the most important. James Madison and our founding fathers realized why many had come to America, which was to escape tyranny and oppression. In 1867, John Stuart Mill said, "Bad men need nothing more to compass their ends than that good men look on and do nothing." I call upon the good men and women of Sarasota to stand firm against any attempt by the board chair to impose her form of martial law on this body, and to let her know at every opportunity that she serves us and not the other way around. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hyde.